Good morning, students, to the students of Standard 10. Welcome back once again. I hope you are all fine and enjoying your studies. Today, we will continue with the Geography Chapter 1. Students, we have already started Geography Chapter 1, Resources and Development. It's a long chapter, so we will continue this chapter. Today, we will learn about the land resources. We have studied about what is a resource, definition of resource, classification of resources, everything, and today we will learn about the land resources. So land is an important resource because land is a ground on which we stand, we live, we do all our agricultural activities and all other economic activities are done on the land. So therefore land is very much important resource. Now, I have written on the board the land resources. Students, land resources, yeah, we can see here the land resources in India. This is the classification of land resources in India. How much land is used for what? So this is the division of land used in India. So first one is the mountains, is the 30%. We know in India we have a Himalayan mountain range, which is a ranges of a mountain, and that covers 30% of India. Second is the plateaus, that is covering 27% of India. We have a peninsular plateau, which is one of the oldest land mass. So peninsular plateau of India, that is the middle part of India, which is 27%. And then we have a plains, northern plains. We have northern plains at the north, starting from Punjab to Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, covering this area, Assam, northern plain. And also we have a two coastal plains, the western coastal plain, that is starting from Gujarat and border area, border of the Arabian Sea from Gujarat to Kerala, and the border of Tamil Nadu, that is western coastal plain, and from West Bengal to the border of the Bay of Bengal, from West Bengal to Tamil Nadu and Kerala border, and that is eastern coastal plain. So we have northern plains plus western coastal plains and eastern coastal plains. So this plain covers 43% of India. So that is the division of land in India. The mountains 30%, the plains 27%, and plateaus 27%, and the plains covering 43%. Now below that I have written on the land use pattern in India. The land used in India. So we will discuss about the land use in India. First is, if you can see, land use in India. So the forest land, okay. First one is the land used for forest. In India we have very less percent of India is covering by the forest. So that is the forest land. Then fallow land. Now this is the fallow land. When I say fallow land, what is the meaning of the fallow land? So fallow land is the land, okay. Okay, the fallow land, that means the land which is left uncultivated for 1 or more than 1 years. Fallow land, when I say fallow lands, you see there are some lands which are left uncultivated, yeah, and some lands are left uncultivated for 1 year, and that is known as the current fallow. So the land which is left uncultivated for only 1 year, and then next after 1 year again it will be cultivated, so such kind of land is called current fallow. Remember, the land which is left uncultivated only for 1 year, that is known as the current fallow. The second one is the other than fallow. other than fallow means the land, yeah, other than fallow, that means land, it is other than the current fallow. That means this land is left uncultivated more than 1 years, 1 to 5 years. So current fallow means the land which is left uncultivated only 1 year, but the other fallow land means the land which is left uncultivated 1 to 5 years. After 5 or 4 or 3 years, that is cultivated. So that is other fallow land. So I hope you understood what is fallow land is. Next one is the net sown area. Net sown area is also known as the gross sown area. Okay. So net sown area is also called as the gross sown area. So the land which is mainly used for cultivation. So we have the net sown area. Remember, it is also called as the gross sown area. It is the land which is mainly used for growing the food crops, the rice and wheat and other food crops. So these are the main area lands which is used for cultivation, and that is known as the net sown area. Okay, so then moving to net sown area contains 46% of the total reporting area of India. Net sown area in India is 46%. Okay, if I write here, the net sown area is 46% of India where cultivation is done. So mainly that is net sown area. Now moving to the next, I have written is the land not available for cultivation. This is the land which is not available for cultivation. Now these are the land which are not available for cultivation. Okay, so this land may be barren land or wasteland. Barren land which is not used for cultivation, or wasteland which is not used for cultivation. So barren land or wastelands, these are called the land not available for cultivation. Next, these are barren lands or land for other use like roads and all. Then other uncultivable land. These are other uncultivable. Last is the category in India. Some land are other uncultivated land. These are the land not used for cultivation, but they are used for other purposes. For example, wasteland. Okay, land for different trees. Now these are the land which is used for different trees, growing different fruit trees or other orchards. So land used for growing different types of fruits and other trees. Then land which is left for grazing of animal, that is called pasture land. So other uncultivated, these are other uncultivated land. These lands are used for growing some trees, okay, important trees and fruits trees, etc. And pasture land, some land is left for the grazing of animals, so animals can graze. So these are the different land use pattern in India. I hope you understood, students. So that was the land use pattern in India. In your book also it is given, the graph is given, the table is given. You can easily understand from here the classification of land in India and what type of land and how many types of lands are there in India. So that is the land use pattern in India. Now moving to the quickly moving to the land degradation. Now you see land degradation. What is the meaning of land degradation? It is written in your book. The next is the land degradation. Land degradation means when land loses its fertility, when land start losing its fertility, its quality, and that is called land degradation due to land pollution. Now how pollution is caused? Land pollution is caused by throwing the waste material, the domestic waste that we throw, the waste that comes out from our homes, we throw on the land. That waste the chemical waste, the the solid waste that comes out from the industries, they also throw in the land. And this type of waste pollutes the land. Moreover, overgrazing, when animals graze more and more the grasses, the plants, and that also cause the losing of the quality of the land. Moreover, the cutting of the trees, the forest, when we cut the trees, forest, that also causes the land pollution. And when this land pollute, that means their quality reduces, and the fertility finishes, and that land is called the polluted land, or this is called as the land degradation. So land degradations have many reasons. I have already told you some of the reasons are: overgrazing, means animals graze the grasses more and more, so land becomes finally barren and dry. So overgrazing, deforestation, cutting more and more trees, that is the other reason. Next one is the mining activities. When people coal mines, gold mines, so because of the digging out the minerals, mining, they dig the land, cut the lands, and throw the waste, dump the stones and the muds everywhere. As a result, because of the mining activity, the land degrade. Next one is the throwing of the domestic waste, the chemical waste, and the waste from our homes, from the industries, that also pollutes the land and degrades the lands. And these are the and the erosion. Because of the erosion, when the water or the running water or the wind carry up by the upper part of the soil, so that erosion, that also causes the land degradation. So these are the reason for the land degradation. Okay, so hope you understand about the land. In the final one more video, we will learn about the types of soil. Soil as a resource, we will learn about the soil resource, and we will learn about the types of soil and where they are found in India, and what type of crops grow in such type of soil. So that we will learn. Please keep on watching the videos and try to learn carefully, follow the videos. If you find any difficulty related to your class, related to your chapter, don't understand, please contact. We will try to help you and solve your problem. But please and please keep on studying at home. That's all. Thank you.